of Codename New 202. I'm your presenter, Shabu RU. In our last episode, we kind of talked about how the G.I. Joe comic series is splitting into two. We have the Silent Option storyline featuring Don Marino and the two Snake Eyes. And then we also have the regular run. So in this episode, we're picking up with issue 257. And once again, to recap, the Special Mission series is over, the 5-parter that they have. We visited a lot of great characters, a lot of fan favorites, so that was interesting. This episode, or this comic, basically is picking up after the dawn of Arashikage saga. We have, on one hand, the Silent Option storyline going this way, and the regular series kind of filing parallel, but keeping with the continuity of it. And we're starting off on the creepy side, and in that sense that we have the father of the brainwave scanner. Yes, Dr. Venom is back, and the way he's back is really messed up and creepy. First introduced in issue number 10 of the Marvel run, we know that Dr. Evil has had this hatred towards Snake Eyes and Quinn. And, Quinn is no longer, he's gone. But Dr. Venom has no idea, because remember, his memory is in the brainwave scanner. It was like a code that's in there. So he kind of put all of his memory away in there. And initially, Billy, Cobra Commander's son, had his memories, and then it got re-uploaded, and now it's in Dr. Mindbender. So that's just, that's crazy in itself. So Dr. Mindbender is walking around with Dr. Venom, and since it's a program, he has no idea that the original Snake Eyes is dead. So, he's planning on, still doing what he can. He still has that mindset of Cobra domination. That's what he's programmed with. So Dr. Venom / Dr. Mindbender is working on building something kind of like, if you remember Wolverine Origins, it's kind of like that. That's what I walked away thinking. But what's interesting is that the events from issue number 10 has a big impact on today's IDW / G.I. Joe Real American Hero storyline. If you recall, in that issue number 10, Snake Eyes was captured, and Dr. Venom basically took of all Snake Eyes memories and uploaded into the brainwave scanner. Fast forward to the future, that's what Dawn Marino has in her head, is everything up until that point that Snake Eyes had within him. So that's interesting. And the fact that something that happened in the 80s that we all grew up reading is relevant in 2018 with this character, Dawn Marino. I find that really, really cool and nifty. It's because Larry Hama is writing it. I mean, this is his baby. So of course he's going to pull a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And he doesn't have to push any toys. So all he has to do is work on the storyline. So without further ado, we're going to jump into this issue. And again, like and subscribe. I love doing these things to help Joe fans. I think it's wonderful, and I would like to get more people to jump on IDWs, because we vote with our dollars. That's the way it is in capitalism. So, buying the comic, showing interested, that IDW, I'm sure, will send that back to Hasbro, and maybe we'll get something better than the movies and the video games that they've been throwing at us. So that's the way and it's a great storyline. It's good because, we're adults, and these are written for adults instead of children. But, you still got that nice bit of nostalgia and newness. So it's a nice balance. So here we go. Issue number 257. Like every episode, we start off highlighting the cover variants. I've gotten mixed feedback concerning all these cover variants, but personally, I think they're kind of neat. Now here's this month's different variants, and my favorite actually is cover B, again done by Jagdish Kumar. I like how he has Jinx, and I just love his art style. Now the second one is ARAH. I don't know what that means, but this covers the Night Raven, and wow, I really like this shot. So we begin this episode in Cobra Town, known as Springfield. Springfield and Dr. Venom make their first appearance in issue number 10. Two delivery men are dropping off a package that came from Darklonia. They are being sent to Dr. Venom. We hear the gentlemen engage in conversation as Cobra Vipers and Techno Vipers direct them to the doctor's lab. It appears that it's common knowledge that Dr. Venom is really Dr. Mindbender. Okay, time out. So we have these delivery guys that know that they're delivering to a terrorist organizations and not alerting the authorities whatsoever. And then the common knowledge that Dr. Venom is really Dr. Mindbender. I mean, this is nuts. The delivery personnel make their way into Dr. Venom's laboratory when they're greeted by none other than Dr. Venom / Dr. Mindbender. Right away, we notice that a battle android trooper, which is a modern version of it, hooked up to the brainwave scanner. Dr. Venom is seen tinkering away and telling anyone that cares how smart and superior he is. Now you really want him to get his butt kicked. We focus in on the gentleman that just made the delivery and the crates that they left over. And out comes Bomb Strike, Ambush, Sightline, and this little kid named Milo. Talking about a major case of claustrophobia, plus how the hell did they go to the bathroom? From this panel, we're led to believe that they had stuff built in there, caskets or crates or whatever. Back to crazy Dr. Venom. In typical Cobra form, he reveals his diabolical scheme. He proceeds by saying that as a superior intellect, he wants to be rid of Dr. Mindbender's inferior body. So using the bat, he plans on uploading his conscious into the android with revenge against Snake Eyes in his crosshair. Dr. Venom has no idea, neither does Cobra, that the original Snake Eyes is dead. After freeing themselves from the crates, the Joe team is faced with another obstacle. They are stuck behind blast doors leading into the lab. They come to realize who their target is. Horrified, they seeing Dr. Venom return from the dead. Quickly, they figure out what he is up to. Aside from uploading his mind and essence into the bat, Dr. Venom is also adding the fighting prowess of Storm Shadow as part of his plan against Snake Eyes. While the Joes figure a way in, Dr. Venom proceeds to hook himself to the brainwave scanner. The bat proceeds to execute his plan. While the uploading commences, we see a flashback of Snake Eyes hooked up to the brainwave scanner. Another of him, Dr. Venom, Quinn, when they were stuck in the bunker. Milo successfully hacks into the security system and opens the blast door. The Joes immediately begin their assault on the lab in hopes of stopping Dr. Venom's crazy plan. In order to get the scope of this issue, knowing the events from issues 10 through 19 of the Marvel run is imperative. Besides issue 10, other milestones can be found in issue number 14, 15, and 19. That's why I recommend these new G.I. Joe comics. For old fans, even new fans, you're forced to go back to old issues in order to connect the dots of what's going on today. Once you realize this fact, you'll see why I've been raving about how good the new G.I. Joe comics are. So back to the issue on hand. The Joe team begin their assault. Immediately, the Bat goes on the defensive, protecting Dr. Venom's body. The Bat takes on RPG round, bullets, and a flamethrower, yet it appears to be gaining the upper hand. No matter what the Joe team throw, the android keeps on coming, evoking the blast Terminator. Triggers some chain reaction as Dr. Venom's body is flung from the brainwave scanner. Dr. Venom's body arises, only to reveal that it's gone back to being Dr. Mindbender. Free from imprisonment, Dr. Mindbender and the Joe team realize they have a common enemy. Speaking of which, what happened to Dr. Venom? Just as that happens, a smash is heard, destroying the android. Dr. Venom, like a transformer, has uploaded into the brainwave scanner itself. Everyone looks at the monstrosity that's before them. Again, evoking X-Men Origins with the old guy. Going after Wolverine's adamantium. Anyway, the last scene is back at the pit. Big Ben is debriefing Duke on his mission of dropping the team off in Dracolia. Psych Out accompanies them, and I guess the situation is, since they have no allies and nobody there, they have no way of extracting the team. So in essence, they're on their own. So that does it for issue number 256. Stay tuned next month for part 2 of the Cobra's Venom.